This is Sumner, Christchurch's premier beachside suburb and one of the city's most popular locations. But if you're not from around these parts, it can be a surprisingly inhospitable place. From vicious ocean rips to the ever-present threat of rockfall, there's any number of dangers lying in wait for the unsuspecting visitor. Even down at the local park you're not safe. Indeed, from autumn through to early spring, it's a veritable house of pain for visitors. A steady stream of bruised and battered souls stumbling back across the causeway each weekend. A harsh lesson learned. You see, this is St Leonard's Square, home to the mighty Sumner Wave. The Wave's roots hark back to late last millennium, a product of the infamous Blue Bleeders Colts team. Back in those days, the Wave was a group of young men who played as hard as they partied. They partied bloody hard. Of course, they weren't particularly good, plying their trade in the competition's second division and losing as many, if not more, than they won. Defeat was never desired, but it was accepted, and before long, the Wave had earned a reputation as a team with an unparalleled culture. A team that, win, lose or draw, would inevitably end up out on the town. There were some familiar faces around back then. Robbie T was there, Lloyd Douglas was there, and my old mate John Wood was there. A young All Black by the name of Scott Robertson would soon be there too. He'd discovered what dozens of other quality players were also about to find out. Footy's much more enjoyable when you're surrounded by good bastards. As the years rolled by and the legend of the Wave grew, a new trend emerged. Drawn by Sumner's old school blend of hard work and fun, a number of high calibre players turned their backs on Division 1 rugby and headed for the beach. In the blink of an eye, this top shelf drinking, mid-table dwelling side had turned into a team of real substance. A disparate bunch of lads from all over the city, bound by the love of a laugh and a passion for code. By mid-2007, the Wave was really humming, playing an adventurous style of footy which was taking the comp by storm. They qualified for the final that year, the first time in the club's more than 100-year history they'd featured in the season finale. They performed admirably on the day, but fell just short, beaten at the hands of a stacked Burnside team. But in true Sumner fashion, it was the losing team who sung the loudest and drunk the most in the sheds following the final whistle. The club's first title came the next year. After going through the season undefeated, the Wave hosted Burnside in a repeat of the previous year's final. But while the combatants were the same, the result was entirely different, the Wave running out emphatic 27-0 winners. History repeated itself the next year, as the Wave again went undefeated, vanquishing Varsity in a one-sided final at St Leonard's Square to claim back-to-back titles. By then it was apparent Sumner Rugby had outgrown Division 2. And so the boys got together and discussed doing something most of us had never dreamed of, having a crack at Div 1. Unlike other clubs, where a hierarchy of old white-haired men make decisions based on what worked for them back in the day, the Wave has always been agile. We've evolved in accordance with the needs of our people, and the decision to go to Division 1 was a decision reached collectively. Pretty much everyone thought we'd lost our marbles. They said we didn't know how big the step up was. And they wondered why we weren't content just to be the big fish in the small pond that was Div 2. But then, they didn't know what we knew, that passion and culture can help you overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. Most thought we'd struggle to win a game that year. We won 13 out of the 19 we played, narrowly losing to Old Boys in the play final to finish 6th. That was 2010. Since then, there have been plenty of challenges. From natural disasters to seasons when things just didn't go our way, it certainly hasn't been all roses. But today, there's no doubt that the Wave belongs in the top flight. And there's no question that this is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what this small but character-packed club can achieve. We've evolved a lot in the last decade or two. Today there's not that same single-minded focus on partying that there used to be. Today we've got guys that want to be professional rugby players. Guys that want to represent their countries and make a living out of code. We've also got guys who have travelled from all over the world to join the Wave. From rugby minnows like Chile to giants like South Africa and England, each and every one of them has added something to the culture at Sumner Rugby. Because whether you're a weekend warrior who just loves going into battle alongside your mates, a rising star with big goals, or a visitor looking to get a taste of rugby in New Zealand, you're welcome at the Wave. No judgment, no hierarchy, just a bunch of lads who work hard, play hard, and love the blue and black. As the 2017 season kicks off, the next chapter is about to be written. This year's team will be different than any other, a new mix of players from all over the world. There were young bucks, old dogs, and plenty of unique characters. But some things never change. Things like pie jugs and Dick of the Day pints, things like International Players Night and Robbie T singing Rod Stewart, and things like the song we sing when we win. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 sturdy thighs. And under the Southern Cross we stand, the boys of sun, surf, sea and sand. When suddenly, from deep within a voice cries, Sumner, Sumner, you fucking beauty.
Everyone knows Ric Flair. Come on.
3, 2, 1. Woo! Solid.